Today is May 15th, 2004. My name is Luqman Rogers. I'm 15 years old, and I'm not being forced to do this. I'm doing it to let the world know, what I experienced on May 8th.
Okay. Now, I know it's 2 years since May 8th of 2002, but the best way you can, or best recollection, can you just explain to everybody what transpired on May 8th? What were you doing when it first happened, up until the time that it was over?
Um, I remember first we was making something to eat, some muffins and stuff, and we were about to go outside, and I was out the window, and I just saw look like cops. At first I thought it was cops, and and I just saw them pointing guns. His brothers in the hand, and a whole bunch of brothers putting their hands up and stuff. They got on the ground, and then I ran. I was like, "Yo, look! They got the brothers in the handcuffs and stuff." And everybody else came through the windows. So we were about to go outside see what happened, and then the king was walking by the playground. He was like, "Go in the house, go in the house." So we went in the house, and then we told Alicia and everything. He's the room worker, who in our house. And so she was like, "All right, just be calm. Everything will be calm. Everything gonna be cool." So we all waited inside the living room, and we just saw, and we looked out the windows. Every now and then, we just kept seeing more cops and more FBI agents, more helicopters and stuff. And then we just know, like, we just heard like a speakerphone sound of like, "People in the mobile homes, please come out with your hands up." And it was like, "Huh?" We looked out the side. We just saw the person by the side of the door with the thing, listening, and the people with the gun by the door, and the person on the other side of the door with a gun. People all around the houses, was waiting, coming and stuff. And they was like, "Open the door." People in the mobile home would open the door. So like after like the fifth time I'm saying that, they just kicked the door down, and they ran in there, "Freeze!" We all had our hands up, and they told us to get, and they all was like, "Be calm, don't make no sudden movement," something like that. And it was like, "All right, y'all come out order, one by one, come out with your hands up." So we was all coming out one by one. Some people had their Bibles in their hand. They chose to do that. I walked outside, and I reached to grab my shoes, and the dude didn't let me grab my. Oh, they was patting us down as we left the door too. They patted us down. We had the man was by the side with the infrared on you as you're walking down the stairs. You can see it as you're walking down the stairs on your shirt. And I know I reached to grab my shoes, and the guy was like, "Don't move, don't make no movements." I was like, "All right." So I was walking down. We had to walk, and some people had no shirts on. They didn't let us grab our shirts, our shoes, nothing. They was patting us down and everything. We went to we just sat down on the tram and stuff. That's a train that we have on there. And we sat down there, and they would just explain to us what's going on and stuff. With hoping other kids, we just heard like kids crying and stuff. People scared. Everybody was scared. Really, you didn't know what was gonna happen to you. So when people with guns and stuff, you fear for your life and stuff. So I know after that we went to after like 2 hours of sitting at the tram and stuff, and them was trying to explain to us what's going on and stuff. We went to the temple. That's the temple and stuff. And we all sat down there. They tried to keep us calm by watching movies and other stuff. And the whole time, basically, by the whole time while they're doing this, you have people, armed FBI agents around you at all times while they're doing this. So you still have that fear for your life. At any minute, you really know what's going on. So we started watching movies and everything. Just about like about 4 or 5 hours after this happened. About 4 or 5 hours, yeah. So we was in there, and then they tried to give us food, and we was like, "Nah, we don't want to." And so some people, I don't know, some people ate it, most of the people didn't, and they were saying stuff like comments like, "Eat the food for once in your life. Eat for once in your life. You look like you need to eat. You haven't eaten up here." Some, saying really smart comments like that, like to the kids and stuff like, "You look like you haven't eaten. Just eat for once in your life." And nobody wanted to eat. We don't know. Nobody wanted to eat the food and stuff. I just remember they were just questioning, and after that they would take us in, ask some questions, and like those were different people until they got basically ran through everybody. They didn't ask me no questions when I went out there, but then when we walked out, but we sat down, and they was going to certain people like, "Are you Luqman? Are you Cardell? Are you Allen?" Stuff like that. And we made that because Issa forgot his last name.
Johnson.
Issa Johnson. He started crying, and one of the FBI agents asked him what was wrong with him, and a sister stood up and was like, he misses his mom. Like, who's his mom? Kathy Johnson? So his father must be York. And so I said, all right. And then the officer came and took him. And then that's when they started asking who was such and such. They asked me, was I Luqman and everything. He asked me, was I Luqman Allen? I was like, nah, who? He just acted like we didn't know who that was. So, that's nothing I know. Yeah, and then they was calling people different, calling the families and stuff. First was one by one, then they started calling families. The people and their children, their sisters, brothers and stuff. Just taking certain people that they have heard of from different Safad and people that they heard of. It was just, I guess they had a list of something about who's certain kids, and then they just took those certain people, and what else? And so it got later and everything, and then they kind of started to settle down a little bit. They kind of started leaving. We went to that's when and then later on that night, like around, I don't know what time, but it was real late. I know that, and we just started going out to get our shoes and stuff. But some officers were still there questioning kids and stuff, and yeah, and basically after that, it kind of calmed down. They left and everything. It just went on for basically from like 3 to late, and it was just crazy.
So how did you feel? I mean, did you feel that your life was in danger?
Yeah, especially when he was walking down the steps and seeing the infrared as it was going down the steps on his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty scary. He didn't really know. And then when I grabbed my shoes and do like and like with the gun and everything, that was kind of scary too.
Were there any babies in the house that you were in?
Nah, not any babies.
Did they point the guns at people's heads and things, or?
Yeah, I'm sure there was, but they didn't put it on my head. All I remember that it was a lot of people with a lot of guns, so most likely they was aiming at people's heads when they went in the houses, but I mean, not me. Oh, I didn't see it. Well, I've seen it to a few people. They was checking them, and the person would be sitting there as one person's frisking them, patting them down. One person would be sitting there with the gun, holding the water, like infrareds on your shirt and stuff, and so yeah.
So how many agents or law enforcement would you say was here?
A lot. I don't know how many. I know it was a lot. It was in the woods, everywhere. It was in like every house, checking every house. We saw them in the other house. We saw them in the house, what's it called? The mirror room. They was in the mirror room, the house, as a house right next to the house that we were staying in. And we saw them in there, checking stuff, running through stuff, messing stuff up. They ran through all our clothes, stuff. Took out everything out our stuff. There was pictures laying on people's beds. There was a picture of me, a whole bunch of other kids, and it was a picture of Safad on my bed. Safad and some other people, and they had a picture of me, David, and all of them and stuff. This pictures that I haven't seen before, but I still got the pictures, and whole bunch.
Oh, these are pictures on your bed that weren't even yours.
Yeah.
So they was placed there.
Yeah. And there was shells, like bullets with the real bullets in them, lying across certain places. Like you see, like 3 on the iron board, 3 bullets and stuff on the iron board. Shells. I don't know if they had shot again or not, but it was shells on the floor and stuff. But it was bullets all over the house, all over the floor. Like they just left them there, just to make a statement. I guess I don't know. That's how I took it. But yeah, and there was pictures of people who I haven't seen in a long time on my bed. Like one of Raudia and her sister Nina or something, and there was pictures of them on the bed and stuff. And certain people's stuff wasn't messed with they said in other houses, like Gwen and stuff. She had some of the same pictures I had on my bed. She had her stuff. That's what I was heard from another person she lives in the house. Some pictures I had on my bed, there was she had her stuff. They said they didn't really go through all her files and stuff, her stuff. But they ran through everything else. They was in the refrigerator, eating.
They ate your food?
Yeah, they ate some stuff. They ate some snacks and stuff, cookies and stuff. Used our rags and towels so their faces all sweaty. And still, our towels and stuff was all dirty. Like they were wiping their faces or something with them. I don't know, their shoes or something was dirty and wet. And we just, that's basically it.
So what was some of the, what were they dressed? Did they have, what were they dressed like?
It was all black. All of them had guns on them. They was wearing all black, yellow FBI thing, the hat and everything. Boots, regular, the regular gear that the agents wear.
Did any of them have like armor, like shields and stuff like that?
Yeah, bulletproof vests. They had the face masks. Some had the face masks. The person that busted through our door, he had the face mask, and he was the first one that came in with the gun. There was two of them, just in case. I guess they started shooting or something. He had the gun and everything, two of them out the door, and it was like, that's when everybody was swarmed in, and they was like, wait, don't move, because we got up like scared. They just busted the door, and they ran through the door. Everybody was like, that's when I guess I kind of put them like, no, don't move, because they didn't know if we were doing nothing. A few people tried to hide. Issa Johnson, he was tried to hide when he first came in. We had to convince him not to not do that in case he could, okay, they checked the place and I was trying to plan not to do that. And yeah, that's basically, they were dressed, just, regular stuff that you should see FBI agents got wearing and stuff.
Like in movies?
Yeah. The shield, the bulletproof vest, the black fatigue pants stuff, the boots, basically. That's it.
Oh, okay. So, earlier you said while you were in the temple, Issa started crying. Was Issa the only one crying? Or was it other?
It was other people crying, but he was the only one making a scene.
Oh, he was
crying. Yeah, real loud, so.
Oh, so he kind of like stood out?
He stood out. Everybody else, I'm sure people wanted to cry, but he's the one that really just cried, made a big scene. That's why they asked him to who he was.
And then he was just taken?
Yeah, then it was like, you must be, he said, and a lady, I don't know, Musique sister, stood up and like, he misses his mom. And a guy, he was not dressed in the same fatigue things everybody else was. He had a regular suit on, but he didn't have a gun on him. And he was the one that kind of explained to us what really the situation happened. He was like, we just took your leader, Dr. Malachi York, and his wife, Kathy Johnson, in custody. We saw them in a grocery store parking lot, and we raided, arrested him. And that's when he really started crying. When it was like, we still have Kathy Johnson. That's when he really started crying. That's how he stood out. Because first he was crying. I'm sure a lot of people crying, but not. First he was crying like regular, tears, sad and everything, scared, afraid. Then when he said like, we have the leader Malachi York, Kathy Johnson, his wife, that's when he really started crying. That's when the dude was like, who? Why are you crying? And this lady was like, he misses his mom. Who's his mom? Kathy Johnson. Malachi York wants to say, York must be your father. And then they just took him.
So, when y'all first came out of the house and you all were at the train, the train stop you said?
Yeah, the train.
What were some of the things that you all could see while you were outside?
We see people running through houses, their guns. It was like something like you see on the news, like war in Iraq. People with the guns running in. That's how I basically seen.
Was there a lot of vehicles?
A lot of cars. Cars were slamming, buses. I noticed that when I looked, I saw a car bust to the side all the way by the woods, bust to the side of the gates. A few cars, helicopters that came from different parts. And it was like, yeah.
When you say they were flying real low? The helicopters flying low?
Yeah, they was flying low. I don't know if anybody got out of them or not, but they was flying low. Those cars parked all around the houses. People had the doors open with their guns hanging out, aiming at people, at their sisters as they was walking out. Little kids was walking with their parents and being held at gun when held at gunpoint head, but basically being held at gunpoint. Little kids and young people, babies. They said that they was threatening, like, get your child or she will,
What were some of the things that you heard them shouting? Like, were they cursing and things like that, or?
Nah, there was a cursing really. I mean, I really heard no cursing, but there was. I didn't really hear no cursing. But only heard curse when I don't remember if she said, but I did know that she kind of cursed. That lady, she was trying to explain to me to eat the food, and I was like, I don't want to eat. She was like, eat the food. Damn, just eat for one day of life. Just like that. And it was a lady officer. So
how come you didn't eat the food?
Because we didn't know. Plus, for one thing, there was pork. We don't eat pork, and we didn't know what's in the food. They didn't make it in our face, so we didn't really know what they did with the food.
What kind of food was it?
It was a sandwich, like what's it called, like a muffin thing, like a little white, like little white bread things. It was like a honey bun. That's what it was. It was a honey bun, and apple. Yeah, and like a hoagie sandwich.
You said they tried to show you all they showed you all movies and things.
Oh yeah, trying to keep us calm and stuff. Put in a different movie for the kids and stuff. Trying to talk to us and stuff. windows in the front as they watching movies and stuff. Some people was coming back and forth and talking to the FBI back and forth, parents and stuff. And a whole bunch of officers running to the brothers. The brothers laying on the ground. Some of them had the wristband things, plastic things around the wrist. Some of them had the cuffs. Some were being held on the ground, just like don't move on the ground, and people just being others. And then that's when I noticed that the big car just slammed, a black truck that slammed at the side of the gate, slammed or parked like. I think that's when it said that they threw tear gas through the through the office windows and stuff. Gonna get something. They threw tear gas or cough or something.
Did you see anybody coughing or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was coughing when I see him. She was coughing as it was coming up to hill stuff from the officers. Yeah, and they was explaining to us how they ran in there.
The women and children living on the property as opposed to the men on that day, was there more women and children than men?
I think it's probably more women and children than men. A lot more women and children.
So do you feel that the agents outnumbered everybody?
Oh yeah, definitely. The agents outnumbered everybody. Definitely, they came. Yeah, the agents outnumbered everybody. They was like, oh, I heard.
When did you first hear about the conspiracy?
In summer of May, June 2001. I was at the basketball court with my mom, and I ran into Shillamu. Shillamu Roach from the Lions on the back. And I kind of started getting cool with him, started going to his house more, chilling with him, because I knew him already, so, you know. And,
where was this at?
This was in College Place, Athens, Georgia.
Okay, that's you and your mother lived there?
Yeah, me and my
together?
mom, Luqman Rogers. And we used to just hang out every now and then, all the time, basically all the time. I used to go to his house, I could see Fat Eye, Jamila, Eunice, Ahmed, Baya, Lemuel, Kitora. Those are a few other people.
You say, when you say over their house, did they live near you?
They live right in front of me. No, first it was like my house be right here. Their house is like right by the swimming pool.
I mean,
like over here.
In the same, you say y'all live in the same area?
Complex, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Complex. And I kind of noticed that Shunmu seemed like he had a grudge with Pops or something. How he just talked, he'd just be like, yeah, one time your Pops kicked me off. But that time I didn't get this when I asked. All the time my birthday, I didn't get this. Like he was angry, and I was like, this anyway. All right. So, and when we was having a conversation about something, he was like, hey, you know your Pops about to go bankrupt, right? And I was like, he's like, no, actually he's already bankrupt. He not about to take his money and the land. And I was like, why? It was like, something that happened. And like, you'll see about it. You'll hear about it. So I was like, sure, okay, whatever.
And this was in the summertime?
Yeah, summertime 2001. And so I confronted my mom about it. She was like, oh, she said, don't worry about it. Don't pay no attention to what he's saying. Stuff like that. So, and then he just started saying to more and more like that. And I kind of started like chilled out, hanging with him. So and then started coming over my house more and more. And then they was trying to come over my house more and more. And my mom was to let them in, cause you know, mom used to be cool with some Kitora. Cause right when we first moved and stuff, right finally we stayed there. Kitora came over like the same day that I met Shillamu came over. Kitora came over, talked to my mom for a long time that night. And then they went to the movies. And after that, then they went to dinner. Then they started going out to hang out, you know, go to clubs, whatever. And after my mom just every time mom just come home, just explain to me what to talk about. She just tell me everything they said. So, I mean, at the time they wasn't really bringing up the pop thing. I guess they just gonna slide that in on her. They were just basically, you know, just hanging out like some normal women would do. Then that's when reporters started calling my house, coming over. Reporter Bill Osinski for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. He started coming over my house a lot. No, first he knocked on. First he came over my house. At first I know who he was. He said it, and I was like, oh, okay, this must be about the situation Shillamu was telling me about. So I answered the door, and then he left. And like the next day he called my house, told me he was. I hung up. I told my mom. She was like, all right, don't pick the phone up. So that's when You know, she got call ID for that and everything. Then moved off, we had grudges, moved off, got kicked off. Things wasn't going their way on the land or something. They moved off and they just, you know, got mad. And there's a lot of people involved in this with the but who's against us. Like Shulamu's family. A lot of them was involved in it, and they was basically it's when they started coming over. After Bill Sinsky stuff started coming over. That's when Tafaz started coming over a lot more. Tafaz, then that's when the Eunice and stuff. Eunice he started taking me out and stuff. Go places, go to the zoo with them out of nowhere. I didn't even know Eunice at the time. I know his name from Shulamu. He brought it up a few times back when we was on the last day together.
Who
Eunice.
is
Eunice is his brother.
Oh, his brother?
Yeah,
Okay.
his older brother. And Eunice started coming over. Yo, look, you want to go to the mall? You want to go to the movies? I'll buy you this. Giving me money, giving me stuff, taking me out. That's what tried to bring it on me. It was like, yeah, man, you know your father, man. He's doing a lot of messed up stuff, man. He gonna get his back. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, a lot of stuff that we did, a lot of bad things, a lot of people are mad at him because of what he did. He said he kicked people off, had people homeless when they had nowhere to go, stuff like that. And we was going through one end, not the other, really.
So the stuff that they were saying that people were mad about, they were like grudges against, like
Malachi, yeah.
What was in any of it? Did any of it have to do with molestation, or did it more have to do with
just being angry about petty stuff? Like I got kicked off, or I was in charge, and then they put me down to a lower job, or I was working dealing with the money, then they put me down to dealing with incense or something like that. Just grudges that people had, like this, they was just mad about. It was just still in their chest for a long time, and stuff like that. That's what really.
Okay, with all the people that you mentioned earlier, you mentioned Shilamu, Lemuel, who else did we say?
Ahmed Baez, Jamila, Kitora, Safa'a, and every now and then I heard about Amanda or Raudia. Every now and then from Safa'a, they was, I saw what's name the other day or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So, and you said they all live in the same spot?
It was only me, Shilamu, Lemuel, Kitora, and Safa'a. We all Safa'a, and we all stay in the same complex.
Mm-hmm.
They stay right up this apartment from me.
Okay, so did they ever tell you? Did you ever hear why they conspired? Like, what was the reasons for them doing all that?
Just little grudges they had with pops. It was petty stuff, like from one lady. She said that she was first she was dealing with all the finances and everything was going fine. She was dealing with the finances and stuff. So when stuff she got moved down to dealing with incense and soap bars and stuff. She got mad, so stuff wasn't going her way, and some other people got kicked off when they want to leave. They had to move. Then they had to basically they just want to leave. And some people make it seem they try to make it, and it doesn't make it seem like he was the reason for how their lives turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and
so was any of their reasons dealing with child molestation though?
Now more so just little petty grudges.
So it's like just personal grudges?
Yeah, personal grudges that they had against them, little vendors.
Okay, so what were some of the other things that they were saying after?
They were just like basically like I said, they just didn't like stuff to happen. They got kicked off, and then it was like, your father is this bad man. He's done this, he hurt so many people. He's ruined some people's lives. He's ruined my life. I could have been this if I had stayed until I got this, and stuff like that.
So, personal grudges. What were some of the things that they were telling your mother though?
They were just coming over there and they was like, we're gonna try to take him down because he needs to be stopped. What he's doing is not right. How he had people living on the land. What he's doing is not right. He needs to be stopped. He needs to be put and take him down. We're gonna try to come together, a whole bunch of other sisters, and we're gonna just try to take him down. We have a meeting at the library and stuff like that. And so they was like, basically.
So, so they arranged for a meeting?
Yeah, they arranged for a meeting. We said that there's gonna be some other ex-members, who's against us, who's gonna be there as well.
Okay. So what were some of the things that so did your mother go to, did you go to the meeting? Or
Nah, my mom didn't go.
She didn't go.
No.
Okay, so what were some of the other things that they were telling? So were they, did you think that they were trying to recruit your mother?
Yeah, they was. Cause they was like talking about. Well, at first they came over. At first when this first started happening, it was just like normal, just come like people come over the house, chill. Found out I lived there. I thought it was just on some. Oh, I actually looking a long time. And then, Eunice when I was coming over, taking me to the movies, taking me shopping, taking me out to eat all the time. I mean, I didn't even know Eunice at the time. I just met him through Shillamon. He was just coming over, taking me to the zoo, to a little park they had in there and stuff. Not picnics, just, out to eat stuff all the time. Just, I just thought it was some just regular chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just being a cool person. Then, then it was also, and like the ladies, they was just going out with mom every night, just paying for most of the stuff. Taking her to shop, not shopping, just going to the movies with her, chilling, going to the mall. With women, shopping and everything. Go clubbing, hanging out.
Did they okay, and them trying to recruit your mother, anything like that, did they like offer anything or?
Yeah, they offered like money. They was like at first when they tried, they were trying to bring on like the little things the so-called things that happen. My mom not believe in that, so they was like, well, if you do this, we know you need the money. If you do this, you can get money for it. We can get money out of this. We all get money from this. Imagine what you can do for your kids. You can you move to a new house. We can move. You can get your son a better school. You have a nice. You can have a nice life, and everybody up. And she was like, basically, you'll be doing better if you just do this with us. But
Mm-hmm.
'cause I think because they found out about my mom from the son that she had did filed for some child support things, so that's probably why they thought it was gonna be easy to recruit her into it.
So whatever happened, you mentioned child support.
Oh, she dropped the case.
Oh, she dropped it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, like out of all the people that are involved in the conspiracy, like you were saying, or the people that's involved in the case in general, did you ever live with them or did you ever stay with them?
I stayed with the Shillamon, David, them and the rest of them in the same house. I stayed with them for a minute, for years in the same house. Stayed together.
So at any time, while y'all were together, or you've known them, at any time did you witness them being molested by Mr. York?
Nah, it couldn't have been because we was always together. There was no time when Shillamon went somewhere and no one was with him. If Shillamon was somewhere, Sam probably went. My brother Rob probably went somewhere. There was no time when it was just, you just went along with your own thing. And then there's no way you could have went to my father's house and there's always somebody down there. And this certain time when we all used to go to the house.
You mean in the house?
Nah, we didn't go in the house. We just sit there and just talk to him. Felt like the patio and stuff.
So, at any point did, excuse me, at any point did any of these, people that's involved with the case that at any point did they tell you that they were molested?
Nah, I mean, it was, nah, it was a regular place, you know what I'm saying? It couldn't happen like that. It was played, we all played basketball all the time, you know what I'm saying? Shillamon was a bully on the land to me. Basically I just...
How about, did you ever live with David?
Yeah.
You know David?
Yeah, I lived with David. I saw David in the mall too. And I was asking him about the case and stuff, why he do that stuff. He was like...
Oh, so you saw him in the mall after?
After the case, after he'd been arrested, I've been arrested.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And he was just like, I was like, man, what's up with that, man? He was like, oh, man, my mom made me do it. I didn't want to do it. She just kept trying to convince me to do it and try to say I got molested and stuff. But before that, I spoke to him on the phone, and he was telling me that his mom had told him to do that and stuff. That he got convinced by his mom to just go ahead with the plan. He'll get this money and stuff. He'll be living better if he go with the plan. I guess that's what they told everybody. So
when was this?
This was 2002.
So so definitely after. Was it in summertime or wintertime?
I don't remember. I think it was still school time, and I visited my brother's house on the weekend and saw him at the mall.
Okay, and David said that it didn't happen, and
Yeah, it never happened. He just, it's his mom keeps trying to convince him to do that. There's nothing he really can do, or, to say, oh, it's already been done, but it's been done already, stuff like that. He's real sorry
mm-hmm.
for what he did, for, everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
So were you close to David? I mean, did you know him?
I mean, I knew him real good. I stayed with him for a minute, but yeah, we all. I mean, it was like a family of brothers in the house. Have your ups and downs, your fights every now and then. It's regular. Play, chill. It's regular.
So you said. So she said. So who you talking about? His mother, Barbara, Noel.
Yeah.
How about his sister, Ada, and or Nicole?
I never ran into her. I never saw her. I seen her in a minute.
Okay. How about Amanda or Amala?
No, I didn't see Amanda either, but they was telling me about Amanda. And like, yeah, she's coming down from such to come meet up with us at the library and everything.
The meeting that you spoke about earlier? Okay, that's when everybody was getting together?
Yeah.
Okay, and you said did your mother go?
Nah.
She didn't go?
Went to the meeting.
So what was some of the things that is being said? How's your mother's feelings about everything now?
She's real sorry about the bringing the child support thing up. When it first happened, she was always crying, always depressed, always apologizing to me for stuff that for the child support thing, out of the blue and stuff. And she was real depressed. Then she started getting angry because people, and they were still trying to call her to try to get her to come to them and stuff like chill with them and stuff. And people, I knew the reporter was calling, Bill Sinski started calling again. That's when we got a number changed.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so how do you feel about the whole situation?
It's crazy. Nothing but a whole bunch of angry people with little grudges just make up one big story.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Have you heard about the new evidence with Habiba coming forward?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it? Okay, so the stuff that she was saying, does that add up to like the stuff that you knew or?
Yeah, a lot of because one few times they called the house, they was calling back and forth, back to back. With and she was saying one part they was saying on the tape, well, Habiba, she was stating that they used to call each other,
mm-hmm.
and they used to have each other on three-way and let each other know what they told the FBI, just make it believable.
Mm-hmm.
They basically took further than it was supposed to be. They was just starting to this, and then they had to follow make stories up to keep this thing sound true. So they have to keep, calling each other, let each other know what they said so they can believe that and follow what they said. And I think they tried to probably do that to my mom because they called the house and there was a few people on the phone. I know it's a fat ass voice and it was like small other on the phone. And it was like, where's your mom at? And well, tell her I'm gonna call back in 3 more minutes. Tell them to talk to us. Very, very, very important. Then I call back again. Tell us to talk to us. Very, very, very important. And it did add up because when they were saying about the three-way thing on the tape and that kind of that. I was wondering why they called so many people on the phone.
Yeah. Okay. So did your mother know about the trip that they took to Florida?
Nah, she probably still don't know about that.
Really? Okay. All right. If your father could see this videotape right now, what would you say to him?
I mean, hope you're doing well. I mean, I've been first I was kind of scared. I really know what's going on with the case. I wasn't sure. I was not living with my brothers. I was living with my mom, so I didn't really know. I couldn't really get in contact with people. I didn't know what was going on. But now it seems like everything's getting better. People starting to come out the open, out the clouds and stuff. Letting the truth be known, and so we know you're about to get out soon and everything. Hope you're doing straight and everything. We all about to see you soon.